Hello there and welcome. How's it going? This is Mark Castillo, aka the Digital Marketing Warrior. Welcome to the Ask and Be Inspired affiliate marketing live stream, designed to help you get unstuck, produce results, and achieve time freedom even if you're brand new. So today I wanted to go into why I got started building an affiliate marketing business. It's one thing to share business tactics and strategies to help you make your first $1,000 online, but it's another thing to be driven as to why you want to make $1,000+ every month from your business. And oftentimes, a lot of people are only focused on the money. The money is the only goal. But when money becomes the only matter at hand and nothing else, it can be very difficult to stay inspired in your business, to keep building it. Because if money's the only goal and there's nothing else attached behind it, chances are likely you're going to quit before you start seeing the fruit come about. Why I got started with building my affiliate marketing business. Now, I've talked about this in some detail with some of my other videos, but I haven't really dived in deep as to why I got started. So it all began when I was just finishing up my 2 years of community college. I had finished a semester early when I went to go see my counselor, and when I went to review where I was in accordance to the college credits, my counselor was telling me that I graduated a semester earlier than I had anticipated. However, I missed the deadline to apply to the university of my choice, and I also missed the chance to walk the line at the graduation ceremony. So he told me there were some options available, but those options were involving me going out of state. And particularly, if I had chosen to continue on with my college education and go to a four-year university, I would have gone to universities somewhere in Arizona because that was my choice at the time. And I really had to think about it because I just couldn't see myself getting into things that I'm not familiar with. I couldn't see myself all of a sudden traveling out of state all on my own without even having a clue what to expect out there. And to top it off, I remember talking to some financial aid advisors for some of these four-year universities. And when they told me how much my tuition was going to cost, I was going to have to fork out at least $30,000 in student debt. I mean, can you imagine $30,000? Some people have it way higher. And I was already struggling to pay off my $6,000 line of credit that I had used up, and I had to struggle with paying that back. So what more if I borrowed $30,000 from a loan company, and then they're going to charge me so much interest to the point where I'm going to have trouble keeping up with it. And I've heard a lot of horror stories with so many people that fell for the student debt trap, what I like to call it. So they go to college and they fork out student loans to pay for their tuition, and then they go through however many years they need to stay in the college. They get their degree, and hopefully they find a career that's going to pay them what they paid for in the degree, and hopefully things will work out for the best. But it doesn't work like that. I've heard people that have spent so much time in school, and by the time they get their degree and they go look for the job which they got the degree for, they don't find anything. They don't find the line of work that they studied in school for. So what happens? They have to go back to school and start all over again. But what if you don't have that kind of time? Do you just not have any other options other than to just work a regular minimum wage corporate job and hopefully you get by? Because that's the reality of it. Now, I'm not saying that this will apply to everyone. For some people, going to college, getting a degree, and getting a career for which they studied in school for is the route that they're going to have to take. And they might be happy doing it. So props to them if they're happy doing it. But if you're not happy going that route, then why not find a different path? That's what led me to getting started with my very first affiliate marketing opportunity. I stumbled upon it when I had a couple of my now former friends who were previously part of a network marketing company. I almost joined up with them in their network marketing company. So before I got involved with affiliate marketing, I almost joined network marketing. But what stopped me? I remember being on a three-way call with their coach. And after being on that call, something just didn't feel right to me. My friends were all hyped up. They couldn't wait to earn six figures by the end of their first year, and they were doing everything that they were being taught to do. Sometimes they would even go to extremes to just randomly approach anybody about their business because they were so driven by the money. But you know what? When I gave this a shot for myself, because I wanted to see what would happen, I wasn't officially signed up with the network marketing company, but I decided to give this a shot with someone that was working at Subway at the time. I remember how incredibly awkward it felt for me to all of a sudden pitch something to somebody that I don't know. And he was pretty skeptical about it. He's like, I don't know, man. Sounds too good to be true. And I'm not really buying into all those things. And it left me feeling like, you know what? I feel like there's a better way of doing this. Because if I have to go out to market my business opportunity by approaching people like this, oh, I'm going to have a huge headache and tremendous amounts of frustration. So what did I do instead? Well, I went on Google and I did some research. Lo and behold, I found this one company review of the network marketing company that I was intending to join, although not really. And it was from this power couple who was already successful in earning six figures with affiliate marketing. So I clicked on their product review of that network marketing company, and I found it very valuable and insightful. It really helped to clear a lot of skepticism and a lot of the concerns that I had with the company. But their review on that company helped laid out for me my final decision on what I was going to do. And so I remember exploring their blog. I found their About Me section in which I read up on their story. And I was so moved by their story that I decided, they seem like they know what they're doing. Let me go explore their blog more. Lo and behold, I found a banner ad at the time that led me to signing up with them in my very first affiliate marketing opportunity. I saw possibilities that were laid out in front of me. I didn't want to spend the next 4 years continuing on to a university only to accumulate at least $30,000 in student debt and be stuck paying that for the rest of my life. Yeah, with loans, you could pay the minimum, but they get you back with interest, which you're going to be stuck paying that for pretty much the rest of your life. Heck, even when you die, that debt doesn't go away. Think about how mind-blowing that is. I mean, can you imagine? You're paying student loans for a long period of time, and the balance doesn't ever seem to go down. And if something happens to you and you pass on, that debt doesn't go away. That's just so crazy to me. And I don't want to be having that in my own life. So that's one of the main reasons why I decided to build an affiliate marketing business, is to avoid getting into student debt. And I just didn't feel like the degree I was studying for in school was anything I was passionate about. But more like I wasn't passionate about the chosen career fields in that profession I was interested in. Because I studied psychology with high honors back in community college. But I just didn't like the careers in that field. It didn't feel like something I would be very passionate about. Which leads me to the next reason. And this next reason had to do with my job. Yes, the JOB, just overbearing. I remember when it was senior year in high school, it was on Valentine's Day that I started working for the first time ever in my life. Now, can you think back to when you had your first job? How did it feel like? Did it feel really exciting? Did you love the idea of having to being able to earn your own stream of income? Income that you'd be earning on your own. That's how I was feeling in the very beginning. And in the beginning months, I was feeling pretty excited. I was pretty stoked to be earning money, and I couldn't wait to not only pay for what I needed, but also to spend that money on whatever luxuries I wanted, just to bluntly put it. But as time went on, there was one particular moment in time where I started seeing the reality of working a job. So this was right around the time that my dad had planned a family trip to Disneyland. And he had been talking about it for a couple of months, but my grandma was still on the fence about whether me, my mom, and my sister and her would go with my dad. And she decided the last minute it was okay to go. And this put a strain on me as far as my job schedule was concerned. So when I showed up the night before the actual day of the trip, I requested to my boss to leave my shift early. Unfortunately, I got denied because nobody would cover my shift and because it was very short notice. I was so disappointed because I knew I was not going to enjoy Disneyland the very next day. But I didn't want to risk losing my job, so I had to suck it up and just do what I was told. When I got home around 11:30 at night that same night, I couldn't sleep. And I didn't sleep till 3 a.m. in the morning, and I woke up at 6 a.m. So I only had 3 hours of sleep that same night, which led into the next morning where I was basically zoned out. I had huge amounts of brain fog and fatigue. I was somewhat enjoying Disneyland, but not really. I was so miserable. And this all happened the year before I joined my very first affiliate marketing business opportunity. And it pained me so much that I had to basically sacrifice my day enjoying Disneyland just to work my job. Excuse me. So I had to sacrifice that time. It was painful for me because Disneyland's usually the happiest place on earth one would enjoy. But on that day, it was not the most enjoyable for me. There was also another time right around Christmas where I was supposed to have most of that week off, but my coworkers were calling in left to right and basically not being able to show up for work, but they intentionally took time off. And here I was being thrown in several different directions, covering their shifts, which resulted in me having to cancel my plans for Christmas that week. The only day that I got off was Christmas Day itself, and the rest of that week I was working. I remember how miserable I felt. Can you relate to that? Have you ever worked at a place where you just didn't feel happy? Where it felt so toxic, whether that had anything to do with your coworkers, your boss, your job schedule? What if there were important events of your life that you didn't want to miss out on, but you were forced to miss out on them because of your job? I couldn't see myself doing that for the next 40 years of my life. It was just too painful for me to imagine. I saw myself being so miserable. I even saw myself gaining so much weight, not being able to take care of my health. And basically, I would just walk around just being a robot. But a lot of people would say, well, hey, you got to do what you got to do to earn some money, but not at the expense of your time. I couldn't stomach such an idea. That's why a year later, when I saw my very first affiliate marketing opportunity, when I joined up with that power couple, Ace and Rich Guzman, I saw the possibilities that were in front of me. And even though there were times where it got challenging, where I felt like I couldn't do it, I kept pushing onward. Now, I've had to take a couple of hiatuses here and there. And even though that was time lost, for me, it was necessary because I needed to find the realization within myself that this is what I truly wanted. That in order for me to be successful in this industry, I needed to take some time to work on my mindset. I needed some time to really see it for myself that this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. And so here I am today, continuing to bring you value through a lot of my content and helping you achieve the very same things. Now, I've managed to accomplish a lot within my journey over the last 7 years. And even though it's been one hell of a roller coaster ride, I've been very happy with the results I've been getting. I'm continuing to scale my business even to this day, and I am well on my way to going to the next level. Now, have you ever thought about why you want to be involved in affiliate marketing? Now, everybody's reason is obviously to make more money than what they're currently making. But have you ever given it any thought why you want to earn more money? What is that money going to do for you? So let's say you want to be earning an extra $45,000 every year, and you want to just stick to that income. what is that money going to do for you? Or heck, let's change 45,000 to $150,000 every year. So what would $150,000 do for your life? Would you be able to go on more exciting trips outside your state? Would it enable you to spend more time with your friends, family, and loved ones doing fun and exciting things, which you can be creating more happy memories with them so you don't feel like you're sacrificing precious time with them? Could it be that there's something that you want to own, whether that be a car, maybe a work of art, maybe you want to own a house, maybe you want to build a collection like I have? Whatever it may be, is there something that you want to do with your newfound wealth? Now, it's worth the investment of time to explore that. Because if you don't know why you got started in this in the first place, guess what? You're going to have a hard time staying inspired in this business, taking action consistently, and chances are, like most people, according to the 80-20 rule, you'll quit way too soon before you even begin. So if you haven't taken some time to give it some thought why you want to start building an affiliate marketing business, I'd like for you to take some time to write it down and just picture it in your mind. Imagine what life would be like with your newfound wealth, whatever that figure of income may be. I promise you that it's worth the investment of time, because part of building a business comes with a vision, a long-term vision. And you got to paint that picture in your mind, what that long-term vision looks like. Because when you have that long-term vision, you not only have a goal in mind, but you have your why. That why is going to carry you through the most difficult times of your business journey. I know it did for me when at one point there was a time I entertained the idea of quitting altogether and going back to following the typical roadmap everybody follows. But I realized because I saw the long-term vision, I didn't want to quit what I was already doing. So I decided to commit all the way through to the finish. And to this day, I have no regrets with the decision I've made. Now, for you, why you want to build this business, what it will do for you, it's going to be different for you. It's not going to be the same reasons as it is for me, but it's going to be different for you. Now, obviously, people want to make more money and they want more time freedom. But what would they do with their newfound wealth and time freedom? That is the question to be taking some time to ask yourself. Okay, so I didn't have any questions that came in prior to this live stream episode, so I'll be around for just another moment if you've got any questions about anything. And if there are no questions, I'll go ahead and wrap this up. And first get a quick sip of water and I'll go check for questions. Okay, I don't see any more questions coming in. I trust you got a ton of value out of this live stream. And if you did, I invite you to join me on the journey of achieving time freedom through affiliate marketing. Simply take the very first step by grabbing my free affiliate marketing cheat sheet for beginners by looking for the link below this video. If you've been researching for hours on end every single day about what to do for your affiliate marketing business, and you've been overwhelmed, feeling frustrated, not sure what to do, I highly encourage you to directly reach out to me and let me know how I can be of service to you on your journey to business success. And I will gladly point you in the right direction. With that said, this is Mark Castillo, aka the Digital Marketing Warrior. Thank you so much for joining me on this live stream episode. Have an amazing day, wherever you may be, whatever time zone that you're watching this from. And I'll see you on the next one very soon. Take care, and all the absolute best.